Hello everybody, welcome to another video of gaming news and all that good stuff. And before we started, I also publish on Rumble and I'm all in this social medias. We got ourselves the 7800 X3D launch, and AMD already lowered their price on the other X3D 7000 processors, which is it's not the best move. It's a good move in terms of business, but people that already invested like 1 month ago on these CPUs, and then they see they're lowering after a month, it's not very consumer friendly, to say the least. But usually I always advise people, when this kind of launches happen, wait, if possible, if it's not like 6 months, or if you really need, there is like an emergency, stuff like that, but always wait for all the SKUs launch, and then see what's the better suited for your case. But yeah, in the 7950 X3D gets like 100% cut price, and the 7900 X3D gets $50 on promotion. Basically, you got here, this is the AMD store, this image here, so they lower the prices there. Yeah, not the best practices here. The 7800 X3D, which is the best gaming CPU at the moment, for high-end gaming, of course, because in all, put it down, any new generation CPU, it's more capable than handle any gaming that you want to do. It's just a matter of how, in terms of minimal percentages, that you really want to get those 5 to 10 frame rates difference, and of course depends a lot on your budget. But yeah, AMD cuts the price on the other X3Ds. Hopefully in 1 or 2 months, maybe we get see here and there some promotions here, to try to keep the prices competitive. NVidia supposedly accidentally reveals officially, of course, the 47 GPU, because of their Reflex technology, which is, I don't know, we are debating 2mm latency here. If you're not a competitive player, I don't even know if a competitive player playing 500 frames per second will notice 2mm second. I don't know. It starts to get. We are not robots to. Okay, if you have like a GT6, and it's curious on this graphic. It's one thing I want to mention. You see, you got the 1060, the 3060, then the 4070. What the hell is this? This is basically a 4060. If they, by this graph alone, they are comparing to 60 cards, and then they have the 70 class card here, which is very telling on how they are going about their scummy practices here. It's what a lot of people telling. The fact that it has a name on it doesn't mean that is what it is. They are telling you that it is. So it's all about the price and the specs. Nothing below the 4070 Ti, it's good for 1440p. Even the 4070 Ti managed to get in some games, and it will be something that will be very short on the, for example, mostly VRAM, but memory bus. It's something that in 1440p it will start, I think, still in this year. You're going to see some games coming out. There is like, I will talk about one of those games in a short while, but the specs, it's planned obsolescence. It's what NVIDIA is doing. It's like Apple scummy practices all over the place. It's they're launching a GPU to last you maximum 2 years, and then they will say that the GPU is still good because of all the technology they get behind, and of course it's proprietary technology, so you need to buy their GPUs so you can benefit from their things. Then you have like the thing on GeForce Now. It's one thing they want to sell you also. So basically the GPUs will be good enough for you to play things that are on the cloud. I think it's like a long-term solution for them to keep selling GPUs. So it's like I said a few weeks ago, I am certain now they are just selling you the hardware enough for them to sell you technology. In this case, GeForce Now, it's like a monthly subscription stuff, so we'll see how it goes. We got again with the 4070 Ti, we got some custom AIB stuff, which basically is with the 8 pins and 16 pins, so it will leave us with the thing that with 8 pins you only have like maximum 200 watts power delivery, which is going to struggle and strangle the GPU itself in terms of power delivery and how you can overclock GPU. And then we have the 16 pin thing, which is going about to around 225 watts TDP. Should have better performance, but of course it's going to be way more expensive, so forget about the announced $600 MSRP, and might imagine start getting $7 to $750, something like that for sure. MSRP are just for people to get hyped. This is like a $450 GPU. You have to lower this price of this thing again. But if you're thinking about playing, refreshing your rig with some 1080p gaming capabilities, I just tell you to wait for the RTX, the AMD RX GPUs, the low end, the 77. Yeah, should be the 7700 something, whatever it is, or 7600, something like that. I just tell you to, it's my advice to tell you to wait for them to launch those, because only after, it's like a shopping festival in China, supposedly they are going to launch there. It will take a while, like 1 month or 2, I think. So but it's my advice, it's just wait. This NVidia stuff is scummy. I was talking about the 4070 Ti, the fact that it's not going to handle 4040p for much longer, and one of these is this kind of games, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. It's got a massive size here. I will leave it here on the official EA stuff, 155 gigabytes. And the GPU features they're already asking, and this is for minimum piece requirements, which is like a 4-core for 8 threads. This is like for 1080p 30 frames per second, basically, with low to mid details, I think, because even from the alternative, because it's a AMD sponsored title, but even for the NVidia, you got a 7th generation Intel Core and a 1070, which is like 5 years from now. So I think this basically 1080p 30 frames per second, medium to low thing for details. And you got supposedly the recommended settings, a 6700 XT should be able to do some 1440p low detail here, but the fact that we already start to minimum requirements even for such a low level of detail, 8 gigabytes of VRAM, it's very telling that this is not going to be enough. The 4070 Ti again, it's not going to help too much on the 1440p gaming games for much longer, mainly because memory bus and VRAM, 12 gigabytes is not going to be enough. You're going to start, by the end of the year, it's my prediction, you're going to need to start lowering the graphic details on all the games, or in some cases I suppose even you have to turn it down for 1080p, or of course use the DLSS technologies and all the good stuff that NVIDIA has to offer you. This is, if they are not changed their ways, this is not going to look very good for them, because people already don't have enough money to buy the freaking expensive GPUs, and then if they want to start to selling you the cloud service that they have with the GeForce Now, I predict they are going to be next year in some bad position here if they don't, because then we have like Intel stuff from Battlemage, and we got AMD. They are doing okay with their scummy practices, like any company, but we will see. We got Gamescom for August 22nd. It's the first one because now E3 is cancelled. We got this. This is going to be a busy summer. No E3, so everything goes to Gamescom. That's my prediction also. Last year we got some Callisto Protocol, Hogwarts Legacy, and Weird Song. This is very interesting, this game. It's based on Portuguese lore and culture in some ways, like the occultist stuff, which is my country, so it's going to be very interesting how they're going to take this thing. But yeah, Gamescom, it's the one that it's like the big main event for this summer. I will keep an eye on it, and any updates I will let you know. And going for wrapping up for gaming deals, Dying Light Enhanced Edition, it's free right now on Epic Game Store. I will leave the link in the description. We got Everspace 2. It came out like today or yesterday. Yesterday. Very positive. You got introductory offer for 10% off. It seems very good. I remember seeing the first one. It's like a space sim. It's one of the best ones out there. Yeah, I think it should be good. I didn't see complete reviews, but if you are interested in this kind of games, I will leave again the link in the description, as also the ravenswatch. I've been watching this one. It's kind of mixed reviews at the moment, but it's in early access game. I think they put it in early access so they can tweak the game as it goes and the feedback goes, because this is like a roguelike. Yeah, there's some co-op stuff so I think they're just launching now, so they have like the feedback, basically beta testing for the clients. To a certain extent, it's even better than internal beta testing on this kind of things, because you have more scenarios. People play in completely different ways than internally the beta testers usually do, and the Q&A stuff. So to a certain extent, I think it should be cheaper for early access adopters, because even though it's like a $20 game, if you are going to test the game for the developers, should be cheaper. That's my opinion, but I think it will be a good one. From what I saw from the game, just wait a little bit. In the meantime, if something changes, I will let you know. Also, we got also Darkest Dungeon on promotion with these Lovecraftian days. There is a lot of games. I'm not in all of them. I don't know enough to recommend more than this one, Darkest Dungeon. So 80-something% off. We got all of this DLC also, so $10 maximum, give or take. So it's a good and it's a very good game. And lastly, we got Control. I think it's not sure if it is promotion, because I already have on my library. I don't know if it shows complete bundle stuff. I've got Prey here to complete and Disco Elysium also. It's cheap. It's like $35 or $40. The game is very good from what I saw. But yeah, this is my my deals for today, and I will wrap up. I hope you have a wonderful day. I will see you in the next one. So until then, Kunamy Master out.